Yes, there we are for edition number 2 with
Yes,
Asha.
thank you, Jim, and so wonderful to have a moment together again and talk about happiness and especially the conference. Um, yeah, how are you? Let me ask. Now I'm going to ask you first. How
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah,
you?
yeah. I'm fine. A little tired, but it's yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm jumping from one thing to the other, and it's fine, fine, fine. How are you?
Yeah, yeah. Also tired. There's so much going on in the world right now. So I think so many people are tired and feeling overwhelmed. The news is very overwhelming. So yeah, just like so many people right now, I feel heavy. Sometimes it's heavy.
Uh-huh.
That's the word that I choose today.
Yeah, yeah. That's something. Yeah, we constantly have to adapt ourselves
Mhm.
to the yeah global situation. Yeah. By the way, yeah, happiness at work. Yeah, they will do something for the people in Ukraine. So maybe you can explain a little bit what the plan there is.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah, we had a chat about the situation and what we can do, right? So we decided to donate funds to foundations who are really working their socks off to get the refugees to a safe place and also get medical stuff and but also food, diapers, you name it. They just bring it to the border. So we had a talk about this, and people can now, if they buy a ticket to come to the conference, a part of the ticket price will go directly to the foundation. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for people to not only come to the conference but also donate to those who really need it the most right now. And as we speak, they are texting me. So that's wonderful. Let me turn this off. Yes, perfect.
Yeah,
So we have a special hashtag or a coupon code, I think, Jim.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I will put it in the comments that
Yes,
people
perfect.
who are willing to come to the conference and yeah are willing to donate part of their yeah contribution to Ukraine, that they can find the link. I will put it in the comments
Yes,
later on.
perfect. Thank you, thank you. And we will send the updates and pictures and so on. So you also will see what we are doing, what those foundations are doing with the donations. So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to spend to share a lot of updates and a lot of good high energy pictures with all of you.
yeah. Yeah, and today we are yeah especially talking about the conference. Uh, yeah, how it was born, how it started.
Yeah, that's it's already let me see, almost 4 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
October 2018 was the first edition. We are now in the third edition after two postponements. So the 2020 edition was postponed twice, but the first edition was in 2018. Yeah, and that started from yeah from a personal story.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was the start of Happiness at Work, and then you were on the
Yes,
second edition. You were the first speaker on the second edition, and then we decided to work together.
yes, yeah. The second edition. I know that my topic was why happiness at work is bullshit.
Yeah,
You remember?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
now we're speaking at the Happiness at Work conference. I'm the first speaker. My topic was why happiness at work is bullshit, and you said, let's start the conference with that topic. Let's dive directly into this the topic and bring people from the benefits of happiness, which is very important, but also very mind and brain oriented, to a little deeper level of happiness. So yeah, and there we started our conversations and talk about our dreams and aspirations to make the conference to what it is today, with a special lineup. And I really, what I really loved about our conversations, Jim, is how you plan this all. Like, it isn't like, oh, let's find a group of people who are willing to speak at the biggest conference in Europe. That's easy. No, those speakers are really handpicked by you. Some of them I know, but handpicked for a reason.
Yeah.
And I would love, yeah, also to give you the opportunity to tell a little bit more about how are they picked and why are they picked and why are they in this specific order. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, yeah, it's based. I have a company called For the Lean, and For the Lean, it's like yeah, it's a model. There's also like a digital scan linked to it, and that's mainly the base since 2018 of the conference. So the speakers, the lineup of the speakers, they always follow like that sequence, and the reason why we do it was like the conference started with a personal, yeah, it was a personal story. It was like I was asked to become a plant manager. In fact, they blamed the operators because the department was not making money. So on day one, they asked me to fire all these employees, and I could not accept it. And I started to working on a plan to improve the department, to start trusting these people, to start empowering these people, and yeah, in the end, I could save yeah, most of these employees, and I made a summary of that of what I did. And that summary is called my For the Lean model. And that is also the base of the conference, because I wanted to show, like, guys, you can do it in another way than just, putting these people outside the company and just firing them and then thinking that the management was that well. So that's how the For the Lean model started, and that's also how we picked our first speakers. But maybe I can try to put like here a screen. I
Yeah,
think
that's perfect. Yes. So now we
you see
can.
it now. I see you a little on the, on the background. So
Mhm.
this is the model where we talk. We are talking about. So this is the lineup. So in fact, there are like 7 types of companies or individuals, and yeah, what we do is we start with Ricardo Semler. So Ricardo Semler will speak about the new ways of working. So most of the organizations, like, they are open to new things. Like, really, the old school organizations, they will not visit our conference, because they see like it's like a threat on what is what they have, and they don't want to change too much. Like, it's mainly the top down companies, they will not come. But companies who see like that there's a lot changing, and that the war for talent becomes like difficult, they will be there. So we start with Ricardo Semler. He will be the first speaker. Then we will have Shane Snow. He will talk about how to create the hybrid dream team. Then we go more to the feminine side with Iris Hunt. She's a piano player, and she will talk about how to create connection. She used to play for prisoners and for homeless. So she will try to explain how to make like real a deep connection. So our main audience is people involved in HR, CEOs, leaders. So she will try to show these people like how you really can connect with these people. And on my model, what I saw during the period as a plant manager, that really like vulnerability and deep connection, that is really, these are really the elements that are making the biggest difference. Then we will have Claude Silver. You know Claude personally. And Claude will talk about how to create a culture of belonging. And in the end, that's another of your friends, Dr. Tal Ben Shahar. He will talk about the main pillars of happiness at work and the impact of them. So we take the audience on a journey, and that journey is the sequence of that journey is determined by the 4D Lean model.
Wow, that looks amazing. Can you also share that model in the comments so people can have a longer look at this? And I love the idea of bringing those people, like all our guests, through this through a journey. So we start from one point and then we travel to a deeper level. So where are you in the model, Jim? So
I try to be somewhere in the middle. Now, the moment I started as a plant manager, or even before the moment that I saw that I'm an engineer, so the moment that I saw that my rational approach was not the best I could imagine, I was one of the people willing to change that. Like it's rather unusual for people with a rational preference to see it and be willing to change that preference. But the moment that I saw it, I didn't like it at all. It was like during an MBTI test that I saw like, this is my profile, and I didn't like it at all. And I decided, it was in 2008, I decided I want to go completely to the other side. And it took me 12 years to do that. And these 12 years are also like, a little bit in the model. I try to be in the middle because what you see, we all have three power centers. We have the brain, we have the heart, and we have the gut. Now, the brain and the gut, that's the biggest distance. And that is also what you see is like rational people, they don't like spirituality. It's like two worlds, they don't like it, it's too far away. And I try to bring them together in the heart center. So I ask, like rational people, give emotion a chance. And I ask the intuitive people, maybe you can think about giving structure a chance. And they come together in the heart, and that is for me the space where I try to be. I try to do everything without thinking too much. Just sometimes I say like, I don't think, I do.
Go. You all say go.
Yeah. So go, and you will see, and start before you're ready, etc. But that's in fact my thing. I try to bring like people a little bit more to the right side, and I try just to make the best version of each of us.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and it's so important. It's so important. I keep repeating myself every time that I'm online or that I get the opportunity to share about happiness at work. It's so important to invest in our happiness at work, in our life, in our communities, in our societies. Look what's happening right now, right? Look what's happening right now. It's so important that I truly believe that is the future of our humanity. The future of our humanity is now at risk. And it's so important to invest in the happiness of the people within. So, in a way that they can share it with all, I want to say with all beings. So, it's not only sharing with all humans, but with all beings, because the world is really crying. Humanity is crying. And what we are doing with the Happiness at Work conference it's so much more than just organizing a conference. And that's also something that our dear friend Gina is going to bring in with the the whole experience around. So we have the conference, we have a wonderful lineup, and then Gina comes in to add, well, experience. But you share, what is she going to to do at the conference? What's
Yeah.
she bringing?
Yeah. Yeah. So first of all, we bring the audience to we stretch the audience, like we stretch them during the conference. But then Gina, she will do like multisensory experience. So we will try to incorporate the message of the speakers with music, with senses, with light, with visuals, with so we really want to immerse them in in the venue. So it will be like a complete spectacle. So even if you're sleeping all day, Gina will integrate like the message of all these speakers in during the day. So we are planning now. It's also the first time that keynotes will be linked with like really an experience, really feeling what is happening. So it's amazing to do that for the first time, to risk it again for the first time. So but it's nice. I like to give like people opportunities to grow, and then to do something to differentiate from others, and then to make the difference like that.
Yeah, wonderful. It's and Gina knows everything about conscious code, right? So how
Yeah.
can we code? How can we use music, and how can we use our senses in a conscious way to experience on a deeper level? So you will not only hear and see the speakers, but you will, well, I don't know how what, but you will really experience the whole event in a much deeper level. I cannot wait to be there and to experience this on this level myself.
Yeah. Also the speakers, the speakers themselves, they find it like amazing, because they are not used to it. And for the moment, let's be honest, there are not a lot of in-person events right now. It takes like
Mhm.
a lot of time to prepare. So during COVID, that was what we spoke about last week. There was not a lot happening, so people did not prepare for a conference. So that's one thing. So there are not a lot of conferences. So that means the speakers, they are at home, and they
Mhm.
want to differentiate themselves also. So the moment that they can integrate that music, and that is what we are doing for these speakers, for some of them, the open-minded, the most open-minded ones, they want to integrate that music in their keynotes. And the moment that they go then to their agents, like, okay, I have a keynote with music, with experience in it, of course they have a bigger chance to get
Yes.
a new keynote, and that is why they really like the idea. And the Americans, even in America, they are not used to this new thing that we are trying to do
Mhm.
in the
Yeah,
conference.
it's going to be wonderful. Yeah, I know Cloud Silver and I know Dr. Tal Ben Shahar, and they are both so looking forward to this conference and to also to experience for themselves. Like Tal
Yeah,
is a really well, you know him already now. He's a really science-based professor, right? He
yeah,
knows everything about the science of happiness. Well, such a wonderful expert when
yeah,
it comes to speaking. And now he's also trying something different.
yeah,
He's adding like conscious code to his keynote speaking engagements, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. I already told the people who are watching that this is more than a conference.
mhm,
We have the keynotes, we have the 4D lean model, we have the journey, the experience, and so on. But we also have something that you call match.
yeah,
Tell us a little bit more about match. I like the
yeah,
word match.
yeah. You were there the moment that we.
Started to shuffle the letters.
Yeah. But that's another one. So I will
Mhm.
show another visual. Oops, there it is. Like Yeah, the moment the C is the C of conference. So in fact, the ecosystem is called 7 generations because we want to have an impact for the next 7 generations, and the C stands for conference. Now, the moment that we had to postpone the conference for the first time, I still remember we were in the Netherlands in Tilburg, and we were thinking about what can we do in the meantime while all the rest is sleeping.
Yes.
And we were thinking about, yeah, maybe we have to start a movement. This is part of the movement, like the monthly webinars we are doing, you are mainly doing, the academy we are building. So that's the A, the academy. It's like it will be a collection of trainings. It will be like really practical guidance how you can improve your company towards happiness. Then we will have the T of technical applications. That will be like metaverse, VR, music. So conscious music is also included there. And then we have the H, and that has two parts. That's the hope element, and that has one. It's a fund. We want to help purpose-driven startups. And then we have, and that is my favorite part, we have the foundation where we want to help like less fortunate. And there, my personal goal is to give 10 million euro to charity latest by 2035.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
that's the match model. So it's not just like, yeah, we do a conference and
No.
that's it. It's a complete ecosystem, and yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I like the 7 generations. You know that we all know from also from a science-based perspective that the choices that we make are not always that clear, right? So when we make choices more from a deeper level, the choices that we make from not only the mind but also the gut and the heart, when it's combined, those choices, they say that those choices are good for 7 generations at least. So there's this a wonderful woman. She wrote this book called Mighty Heart. She um, she speaks a lot about those choices. And if we are willing to think a little deeper in every decision that we make, think about this. Is this good for 7 generations, or is this good just for now? So yeah, and I really love the name of 7 generations because it's telling people directly that this is not something funny or
Mhm.
for one day or one year. No, this is making impact for at least 7 generations. So
Yeah.
I'm 100% on board. That is wonderful. You're also working with hubs.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we are, in fact, to make this really big because we want to spread like happiness at work all over the world. So we are now preparing. We are working with hubs. That means Canada, for example, they will stream the event. Brazil, Costa
Mm-hmm.
Rica, Turkey, Dubai, Singapore, India. So these are all like local people who are like creating like a community,
Mm-hmm.
and or they use our content and they stream the content on the day of the event or the day after if there's like a time difference. So that is
Mm-hmm.
one option. But next year we will move our Happiness at Work conference. The main base will always be in Antwerp. That's really the heart of the conference. But we also want to give like local people the opportunity to organize their own Happiness at Work event with local speakers, with local yeah accents, so really like that they can do whatever they want with what is going on in their country. And there we have like yeah, we are very happy to have like some big players who want to support us in the future. So yeah, I think from next year on it will really like yeah, boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the purpose.
yeah. So and are there already hubs joining for this edition?
Yeah. So, for example, Canada, Brazil, they already agreed like they will organize already like their own event, and the others are we are talking with. So, but yeah, we hope to have them all aboard this year, and
Yes,
then to multiply it like everywhere in the world.
absolutely. It's a shared mission. I love that. Like inviting people into the mission and make them feel that it's a shared mission. So, and we all have to contribute, and we can all contribute. I see Johannes is our dear friend Johannes is already sharing the link with of the Mighty Heart from Cilla Elworthy. Thank you so much, Johannes, for doing that. Cilla is an amazing woman. She's nominated, I think, 3 times for the Nobel Prize for Peace. And she has this amazing program called The Mighty Heart, which is also a wonderful book. It's all about 7 generations and how we make decisions for 7 generations.
Yeah,
So thank you, Johannes, for sharing that information.
yeah, yeah. Johannes is one of our good ambassadors. So
More than a
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah, yeah,
answer,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
A
yeah,
good friend also. Wonderful. And I see Michiel de Koning. Hey,
yeah.
Michiel. Good to see you. I know you are coming to Antwerp, and I think you are going to bring some of your team members with you. So hope to see you there. Let me see the journey mapping.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Ashok is talking about vulnerability. It's all about vulnerability, and in the end, it's all about vulnerability. Look on social media. Which posts are getting like likes, and which post people like on the just on social
Hmm.
media. Look, it's all about heart connection. It's all about vulnerability. Look what Gary V and Claude Silver are doing. It's
Yes.
about heart. It's about vulnerability. It's about just being sweet. It's about kindness. Look what Brene Brown is doing. I'm trying to get her on my conference since 3-4 years. She's the most difficult to get on stage because she is just not doing it a lot.
Hmm.
But these are for me for the moment the most successful people, and
Absolutely.
it's all about the heart. Look what you are doing, Asha.
Mhm.
Always like the moment that something happens, if it's like Black Lives Matters or Ukraine or COVID, India, whatever, you always jump on it. It's
Yeah.
all about the heart, and for
Yeah.
me
It's
that yeah
absolutely. It's all about the heart, and what I see, because I really love the work that those people are doing. They all know. mm, I'm going to tell a little bit more about a book that I read a couple of years ago. It's called Seed of the Soul of Gary Sukov, and he talks about success, and he also talks about power, and not in a way that we most of the time define power, but authentic power. And Gary Sukov says something beautiful about authentic power. He tells us that people who have this authentic power, they know what the calling of their soul is, and they are doing it.
Mhm.
And that's what I see when you look at those names that you just mentioned. Those people, they know what the calling of their soul, of their heart, how you want to name it, what it is, and they are doing it.
Mhm.
They are in a very authentic way. And being authentic is being who you are. And who you are is not always happy. It's
Mhm.
not always glitter and glamour, right? So they are showing up as a complete being, with their good moments, but also their ugly moments and their lessons and their teachings and so on. So yeah, authentic power. That's what I see. And
Yeah.
vulnerability has to do with authentic power. So thank you, Ashok, for sharing
Yeah.
that in the comments.
Yeah, yeah, and but it's the the least simple step to make. Like what I see is for a lot of leaders, managers coming from the rational side, they feel like now we are entering the vulnerable state. Now, when I go back to my model, I don't know if you will see it like, but here in the model, so the section of the heart that is giving like the biggest jump. So it's like up to all leaders, or you avoid it and you are just happy with small improvements, or you go into that hard section and you will see what the result is for everybody, not only for the company but for the employees. And for me, that is really the place where I want to be with happiness at work. This is really the center of it. And we allow spirituality, we allow standardization, continuous improvement, innovation. We will allow everything. We bring everything together. But I think you need all of these elements to be like really happy at work, self-realization, etc. It's all there without judging, but knowing each other's needs and preferences helps already a lot to make the workplace happier.
Yes, absolutely. It's the biggest job, but it also gives us the best benefits, right? In many ways. So wonderful to have this conversation with you.
Yeah,
my coffee is done. I don't know how about you.
Yeah, we are already far above our time. Thank you very much, Asha, for being there again, for showing your heart again, and
Yes,
for being
absolutely. And one more time, please share the code for the people in Ukraine in the comments. Today we will launch an awareness campaign, and to get like almost 40,000 refugees, black refugees, to a safe place somewhere in Europe. So keep watching us. We are doing amazing things, and we're not doing it alone. So join us, help us in any way. In many ways, it's possible. So Jim, you are going to share the code with us, and I hope to see you in Antwerp. And next time, coffee break next week, right?
And thank you all again for watching, and keep spreading the message. Thank you, Asha.
Yes, see you. Bye bye.
Hey, bye bye.